Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and I'm from amandacrochets.com, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this easy Trinity stitch. The Trinity stitch kind of reminds me of a star stitch in a way, and it's a very easy stitch. All you need to know is how to make a single crochet as well as a single crochet 3 together, and you end up coming out with this beautiful textured stitch. So let me get all the materials together and show you how to make the Trinity stitch. So for today's tutorial, you're going to need an I9 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and you're also going to need some yarn. I'm just using some Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, and this is a worsted weight yarn, and you can use any yarn that you would like. You just want to look on the yarn label and look right here where it has the recommended hook size, which is, for this particular yarn, it's at a 5.5 millimeter I crochet hook. You can use whatever yarn you like, just look at the yarn label and use that recommended hook size. So to start the Trinity stitch, you're of course going to start with your slip knot, and for your chain you're going to need to make a multiple of 2 plus 2. So that means you're going to make your multiple in any number times the number 2, and then once you're satisfied, you're going to add 2 more chains onto the very end. So basically, as long as you have an even number chain, you should be good to go with the Trinity stitch. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just going to be making a chain of 24. So to make a chain, you're going to do yarn over your hook and pull through that loop on your hook. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 23, 24. So once you have your 24 chains, or your even number of chains, you want to make a single crochet in the second chain from your hook. So the loop on your hook does not count, and you're going to count 2 chains from your hook. So 1 and 2, and in that second chain you're going to make a single crochet. To make a single crochet, you're going to insert your hook, yarn over your hook, pull through that loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and that completes your single crochet. Next, you're going to single crochet 3 together by inserting your hook into the same chain as the previous single crochet, as well as in the next 2 chains. So what I mean is you're going to insert your hook back into that same chain that you made your first single crochet, as well as in the next 2, to complete your 3 single crochets together. So insert your hook into that same chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, and stop. Go right into that next chain, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook. Stop, insert your hook into that next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. You should now have 4 loops on your hook. So now you're going to yarn over, and you're going to pull through all 4 of those loops, and then finally you're going to go ahead and chain 1. Okay. Next, you are going to single crochet 3 together again by inserting your hook into that same chain, as well as the next 2 chains. So this is going to be the start of your repeat. So in that same chain, you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, stop, insert your hook into that next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, and stop. In that very next chain, you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and again you should have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through all 4 loops, and then chain 1. And that's how you make your Trinity stitch. So you're just going to repeat this all the way across until you have 1 chain remaining. So again, you want to insert your hook into that same chain that you just ended your previous cluster together, yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into that next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, insert your hook into that next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops, and chain 1. So you want to repeat this all the way across, and I will meet up with you at the very end and show you how to finish this row as well as move on to the next row. Okay, I'm at the end of my row and I have 2 chains remaining, but I need to make one more cluster. So I'm going to insert my hook and pull up a loop, insert my hook into that next chain, pull up a loop, insert my hook into that final chain, pull up a loop, 4 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through, and chain 1. And yes, you probably hear my cat purring super loud in the background. And to finally finish this row, you want to make one more single crochet into that very last chain just to complete your row. And this is what the first row of your Trinity stitch looks like. So to move on to row 2, you want to simply chain up 1 and turn your row. Okay, and then for row 2, you want to make a single crochet into that very first single crochet. So you want to skip that chain 1, and in that very first stitch, getting both of those loops, you want to make a single crochet. And then you're just going to repeat what you did before. So again, you're going to make a single crochet 3 together cluster. So insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, into that next chain space, which is right here. You're going to insert your hook. Now it might be a little bit difficult at first, but just take your time, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, and in that next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 4 loops on your hook, pull through all 4 loops, and then chain 1. And then you're going to repeat this all the way down. So again, in that same stitch, you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into that next stitch, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops, and chain 1. So again, you want to repeat this all the way to the end, and I will show you how to finish this row as well as move on to row 3. Okay, so I'm coming up on the end, so I just made my last cluster. You want to chain 1, and in that same space, you want to make a single crochet. So this is 2 rows of what your Trinity stitch looks like. So all you want to do is just complete row 2 over and over again until your desired width. So I'm going to go ahead and do another row with you just to show you how to make the Trinity stitch, and then you can be on your way and make some beautiful projects with this. Some suggestions I always say are, of course, the baby blanket or any kind of throw blanket. And I think this will be a really pretty scarf or cowl. You could probably even make this into a really pretty dishcloth. So the possibilities are really endless of what you want to use this stitch for. So again, you're just going to repeat row 2. So you're going to chain up 1 and turn. You're going to make a single crochet into that very first stitch. And then you're going to start with your cluster. So again, insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops, as well as chain 1. And then this is the start of your repeat. So insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into that next stitch, which is your chain 1, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops, and then chain 1. So that just that's your repeat, so you want to do this all the way across. So I'll do that with you for this last row. So again, insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into that next stitch, which is your chain 1, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, again 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops, and chain 1. So you just want to do this all the way across your entire row. Those chain 1 spaces are a little bit tight, so you just again want to just take your time and make sure you go into that stitch. And you always want to have 4 loops on your hook before you chain 1 at the very end. And once you have your 4 loops, that means you have done your stitch correctly. Then you always want to start with that last stitch that you just went into. And then again, you want to do that chain 1 at the end of your cluster just to close everything up and keep everything together. Okay, so I'm coming up on the end again, so you just want to insert your hook into that last stitch. And this is what your Trinity stitch looks like. So again, you just want to repeat row 2 over and over again until you get your desired length. And this again is a very pretty and textured stitch that would look very nice in blankets, scarves or cowls, even a shawl and a dishcloth. It's a very nice textured stitch. It's very close together, so it'll be nice and warm. And you can make this in a variety of different colors. I think it'll be absolutely pretty. So again, this is the Trinity stitch. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed making the Trinity stitch with me today. Please like, comment, and subscribe to see all future videos by me. And as always, happy crocheting! Bye!